what's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of Mr. Parker's Neighborhood. I'm Mr. Parker, and today is a special day. As you can look, if you ain't picked up on it yet, it's a blue day. You don't understand, it's a blue day. I got, look, okay, wait, hold on, Mr. Anderson, hold on for me. We have to get it right now. I have with me today, my guest is Mr. Roy Anderson. How are you, sir?
I'm great. I feel good. I feel good. I really would be, if I look good, I'll be in heaven already. So I'm good.
Well, I want to thank you for joining. Now, before we get started, I got to do a little thing for the viewers here. All right, here he is. We have to guess and see, what do you think Mr. Anderson does? Here's your choices. Is he A, a stockbroker? Is he B, a public service announcer? Is he C, a television mogul? Or is he D, none of the above? All right, what y'all think? All right. Dr. Anderson, will you tell them what it is that you do?
I am an account executive for iHeart Media in St. Louis, and I am also now today I am the manager for the Black Information Network for the St. Louis market. That just happened today.
Oh man, look, congratulations, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now we want to go give a little background on you. Brother Roy, where are you originally from, sir?
I am a St. Louisan. I grew up in the I grew up in St. Louis in the Kings Heights area. Now people don't know what that is. That's I grew up on Cora and Cope Brilliant, but people think that's the Ville or the Greater Ville, but it's not. It's like the Greater Ville ends at Taylor and then becomes Kings Heights, which I didn't even know existed. You know, they just said, "Oh, you live in Kings Heights." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't even know the neighborhoods had names." So it's all good. It's all good. I am I'm a product of parochial education. I went to Visitation Holy Ghost, and I went to DeAndre's High School, and then I went to St. Louis University High School. I mean, St. Louis University, period. But we treated it like a high school because we partied all the time. So it was there. And at that time, that's when I was in St. Louis U, I joined Phi Beta Sigma fraternity. I got in radio looking for a summer job. And the job I had was more of a gopher job. You go for this, go for that. So, but I once I got the itch, I couldn't get out of it, and I saw all the opportunities. And next year will be my 50th year in radio.
Oh man!
So it's and I've enjoyed it. I've done every job you can do except being somebody's secretary. I've done everything. I was a controller. I've been a market president. I've been a corporate controller. I've been a business manager. I've been a station manager. I've been on air. I used to write commercials, but then I used to write copy for the newsroom on weekends, and get stopped by the police every night because I get off at midnight. You know, you're downtown, and the police people don't believe that. You're like, what do you mean? You know, those people live in a bubble. You know, it's like, what are you doing? I mean, what are you talking about? I said, I would get stopped by the police every night when I left that building because it's on Tucker and Olive.
Okay.
I drive straight down Olive because I used to live in U City then, and I would get stopped by some cops every week. Every week they would stop me. Sometimes be the same policeman. You know, asking me if I had drugs or weapons or whatever. I'm driving a Pinto, man, and they stopping me. I'm like, and then I had to explain what I did, where I was, show my ID. So that's been my life. But I've enjoyed the process. I've been around radio when they were switching up.
Yeah.
Every week they would sell you to somebody else. So it's been crazy. But I love the business and but that's really me in a nutshell. I got a lovely wife. We've been married. I better get this right. 43 years. 43 years. And I have two kids, a girl and a boy. My daughter's here. She works for some social agency, and my son's a fashion designer in New York.
Oh man.
Yeah. He just got promoted, so I'm really proud of him. He's the head stylist at Nordstrom. So.
All right, congratulations to him too.
Thank you. I'm just glad he ain't asked me for no money. So.
Look, I'm with you on that, bro. I'm with you on that. I'm so glad my daughter don't call and say, Daddy, you got some. Hey, she got her own money now. She got to call us. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. They ask you for no change.
No, right. She don't need nothing yet.
No change.
But now, Roy, growing up here in St. Louis, I mean, like you said, because if I ain't mistaken, now you mentioned that was a Catholic high school, wasn't it?
Yeah. Catholic grade school, high school, college. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were one of the Catholic brothers.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been indoctrinated, man. Had to take religion for 12 years. They didn't teach it in kindergarten. So. I took religion for 18 years. That's 18 years because you had to take it in college too, because I went to a Catholic college.
Okay.
So yeah, 8 and 8, 16. So yeah, so you when they indoctrinate you, they indoctrinate you. But the thing is that as I'm growing up, I took different religions in some of my classes, just checking out different religions. So it gave me a different perspective on religion as a whole.
Right.
And it helped me. My religion is I treat everybody the same. I do unto others that you would do unto yourself.
Right.
So that's I do that golden rule, but it was crazy. I could get angry at somebody. But I had to ease throttle back because I'm too big to get mad at people. I'm too big.
That went along with what I was trying to do about the whole getting pulled over and called into it in a Pinto.
Right.
Brother now.
Right. Yeah, because I get out the Pinto, and it was like, oh, okay. They didn't have no tasers then, they just had
billy clubs.
They had billy clubs. So I didn't want to get hit with no billy club either.
Right.
But no, I've experienced so many things in my life. I've been exposed to so many things. And I wish a lot of people could be exposed to a lot of things because it rounds you out.
Right. I'm about to say, yeah.
Some people don't even get out, get out of the neighborhood, much less get out of St. Louis. They don't get out of Missouri. Yeah. And it amazes me. It just amazes me how people are they're opinionated about stuff that haven't been nowhere.
Yes, sir. Yeah. That is the killer. When you ain't never been nowhere, you don't know anything but where you've been. It's like you do know there is somewhere else outside of Missouri.
Yeah. The world is not flat, Or it's I sort of judge people by what they eat, like if you take a young lady out and I said, would you like some salmon? Well, I don't like salmon. Oh, really? Have you ever eaten the salmon? The salmon croquettes. I'm like, oh. That's okay. I guess you like mackerel salad too. Anything out of the can. So
everybody ain't hit to the mackerel you just threw out there.
No.
But I mean, So in growing up, what was, as far as, like you said, coming from the different Catholic schools,
Yeah.
and then going into SLU, did you play any sports or anything in high school?
No, yeah, I was a basketball player. I played basketball and football, and I got my senior year, I got hurt playing football.
Okay.
And almost died. I got some kind of infection in my leg, and it created a blood clot, and it almost took me out. And they isolated it and they drew it out of my leg, but they told me I couldn't play sports anymore. And I tripped about that because I was supposed to start on the basketball team, but I couldn't. They wouldn't let me play any sports. They were worried that that blood clot could come back or something like that. So I go to St. Louis U, and I get to play on the freshman team because I was okay. I could shoot.
Okay.
And I played a pickup game after the season was over. Played a pickup game and tore my knee up, ligaments in my knee. So that ended my basketball career. After a while, I would play in games and stuff, pickup games and everything. After I got sort of healed, I thought I was healed.
Right.
So I would play in games like that, or play on, teams at the Y and stuff like that. But no, I stopped all that. I started playing golf.
Oh, okay.
And wish I had done that all along. I wish I had done that because my body took a toll on my body because I had to get, like, it's 2017. I had to get these screws in my neck and everything.
Right.
My spine was twisted from all the abuse that I had done to myself playing these sports. But I think golf is the thing that screwed me up the worst because I kind of hit the ball.
Yeah, he didn't do it
to you. I twisted my back and everything.
Yeah.
Back is bruised. I'm like, bruised. So, but but no, I did play sports. I played with a lot of guys that went to Sumner and Beaumont.
Okay.
Soldan and see, as far as the basketball team in my high school, we had a really good team. Okay. And all the public schools wanted to kick out behind. And then if we beat them, then we had to beat them in the fight too.
Right.
We weren't doing all that. Our mothers and fathers would come and pick us up from the game. Or because we couldn't run fast enough to the bus to catch the bus. But we growing up in the neighborhood, in my community, the community raised you.
Right, yeah.
I didn't ever pay attention to the single parents families in my neighborhood. I didn't pay attention to it because everybody was a part of it. My father was a mainstay in the community. My next door neighbor was a mainstay. The doctor that lived next to us, he was a mainstay. So they sort of controlled the neighborhood, make sure we were good kids. Because after I look back, after I reflect, I'm like, well, I only never saw his daddy, and I never saw her daddy, and I never saw her daddy. So I'm like, these ladies are raising these kids by themselves, but they did a good job.
Right.
They did a good job. But these girls raising these kids now, they are baby kids. Maybe they trying their best. They're only going by what they see.
Right. Yes, sir. That. Yeah.
But it's amazing to me what it's just amazing to me what these kids that are coming up now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because I got grandkids. I got 4 grandkids. I should say I got 4. I inherited 2.
Okay.
And I got 2.
Okay.
And one's like 23, and she told me, like, you're the only grandfather I ever knew. So that was touching to me.
Right.
And She just graduated from college, I think 3 years ago, and she's a manager at a Target. Just bought her a red Mercedes. I said, whoa. I said, do I ever get a ride? I said, why you get this little car? I'm a big guy. And I got a grandson he's 6'5", he weighs 310.
Ooh.
But he don't play no sports. He is I'm saying nerd. He's really smart.
Okay.
You know, and he's a gamer. So he was making a lot of money playing video games.
Yeah.
Testing games for people.
Okay.
So I'm like, kind of living is that, but he's also a really smart guy. Then I got a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Okay.
And the 3-year-old, the 3-year-old's the one. She's the one.
Say that's the most.
She's my father incarnated, I guess. But you know, I'm just, you know, I'm a St. Louis, and I love my people, you know, and you know, I love my fraternity. I'm a royal vagabond. I love my organization, and it's you know, just being a part of this community, trying to do something positive, you know, and you know, and then again too, with my job, for some reason, I got all of these churches. For some reason, I don't know how. Maybe I'm blessed. I don't know. But I got all these churches that I see different denominations. You know, there's only one God, but you know, they treat it differently. You know, they treat their members differently. So I see mega churches, I see small churches, I see storefront churches. And you know, you can tell the men of God versus those guys who are hustling. But you know, it's but that gives me a different perspective because I go to everybody's church. You know, I used, you know, just go in. And then they try to convert me. You know, they want me to join. You know, they want me to join. And Roy, Brother Anderson. Well, when they call me Brother Anderson, it's about business. When they call me Brother Roy, they try to come on in.
Come on in.
I get real close. I say, here's $20. I'll see you later.
Man, and see, and in your business, as far as time goes too, you have to have a personality that you have where you're a people person. And in getting that now, did you establish that? Now, how many siblings do you have?
I just have I had 2 sisters. I had a half sister who was older than me.
Okay.
I really never got to interact with. Then I got a sister that's 8 years younger than me.
Okay.
Who is, if you saw my sister and you saw my daughter, my daughter looks more like she's my sister's child. And now my daughter, her 3-year-old, looks like my father. It's a trip. It's a trip. The genetics.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Cause that's how my sister looks like my daughter could be her child, and her son looks like he could be mine. Yeah.
It's genetics, man. It's genetics. So you know, it's but just having two folks in the family, I had a bunch of crazy uncles.
Okay.
That sort of molded me.
Okay.
I don't know if it molded me or it scarred me. I don't know. We one or the other.
But you're still here kicking. You all right?
Yeah. But they were a trip. And my grandmother, I don't know if she's trying to be funny, but she named them all with all their names began with R except for one.
Wow.
So it was weird. Roy, Ray, Ralph, Roscoe. You know, I'm like, what the? So
you say the R gang.
right. The R, yes, that's very good. So now, you know, it's
go ahead.
So you know, it's that sort of molded me. Working in radio gave me more of a personality.
Okay.
Because I got to work with people with big egos, big personalities.
Okay.
And one guy that was really, really sort of my best friend is Robert Birch.
Okay.
Who he used to work for Keishi, helped start Keishi and stuff.
Okay.
And he exposed me to a different world. He exposed me to how to play like you elitist and you ain't got no money. You know, we used to do crazy stuff. Like we would ride around in limousines just so they pull us up in front of a club. And we come out, you know, he's a white guy. He looked, he had the look. They call him Hollywood Bob. He married a couple of movie stars.
Okay.
So he go to Hollywood Bar. He would wear Armani suits. I mean, all kinds of suits and stuff. And he said, "Here, I'm gonna get you this." I'm like, "Dude, first of all, I'm a big guy. Those suits are made for little guys."
Right.
You can go to Sam Caballo's all you want. I'm gonna go to Sam's. So, but you know, we did a lot of things together. You know, we go deep sea fishing, all the stuff that I know a lot of people ain't never been exposed to. That he helped expose me to. So he was really helpful. Another guy that really shaped my attitude or shaped my world was this priest in grade school. This priest came from a rich family, Father Pete. Came from a rich family. But he gave it all up to be a priest. So, but he came down, he was in the neighborhood, all these little black kids. He took us everywhere. Like black kids, we going to the Muni. And nobody in my neighborhood went to the Muni.
Right.
Or he take us to the symphony. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear James Brown. They don't want to hear long hair music. He exposed us to all kinds of stuff. You know, he helped us. I know priests have a bad label on them.
Yeah.
Recently, yeah. But he wasn't that kind of guy, man. He was. He tried to help us. He wanted to elevate us to a standard. You know, made us disciplined too. But he was a good guy. So certain people in my life. One of my best friends who just recently died. His mother used to take us places too. But his mother looked like a white woman, but she wasn't white.
Wow. Okay.
She looked like this big white woman. She's a pretty woman, and she used to take us everywhere. She had a car. We were the Cub Scouts.
Yeah.
They had the Boy Scout circus and stuff. We was the only black troop in the Boy Scout circus. And I guess they were saying, how these little Negroes get in here? Well, their white dear mother.
Yeah.
So,
like you say, like again, go back to the old saying, not what you know, but who you know.
Who you know
opens doors.
It is always who you know, because I know people who were geniuses and they didn't get associated with the right person. They never moved up.
Wow.
They never got their chance. And I have a dark side. My family, all my male cousins on my father's side are all dead. And they're all, most of them are younger than me.
Wow.
But they were drug dealers.
Okay.
So it really blew my mind that, but they wouldn't let me get in the game.
Right.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Plus they were scared of my father anyway. But
I was about to say, because I say that at that point in time, like you say, based on you coming up and growing up, you were exposed to a lot of that, like I said, the pimps and the pushes and all that, to where
right.
You and I say, and me, because I'm only, look, no, I ain't gonna say, I'm gonna say I'm only I'm a lot of years behind you. Anyway. But at that same time, it was the fact of coming up as well, where those that were doing the dirt saw me and was like, hey, no, I want you to see what's going on, but I don't need you to be a part of this, and you ain't gonna be a part of this.
Yeah.
And I guess that helped because like I said, I mean, growing up and having people look out for you like that, regardless of what they was doing, but looking out for you, how did that help you in moving about and growing around people as well?
Well, you know, I like I said, I treat everybody the same. I've had associates who were murderers. I've had associates who, you know, my favorite saying is, they say, how'd you get that? I said, fell off the truck. You know, fell off the truck. You know, and they say, well, can you give me one of those to fall off the truck? I'm like, no, I don't fall off the truck for everybody.
Right.
But you know, I have a wide array of associates.
Okay.
I have associates who are so conservative and right wing that, you know, I want to slap them. But I want to know what's going on, so I keep them close to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
then I got friends who are so far on the left. They're so far on the left, they're damn it right. You know. So it's I try to keep a very diverse group of people around me.
Okay.
And I don't try to buy your friendship. You know, if I do something for you, it's genuine. I mean, right. I do something for you. But it also gave me a different perspective on things. Like my father and mother were very humble people.
Okay.
My parents didn't drink, or party. It could cook and stuff like that. But you know, my father would host the party, but he didn't drink. He didn't drink. I never seen my father dance until my sister got married.
Oh,
you
man.
know, so he only danced one time. But they said he was a great dancer. He only danced one time.
He said you only saw once.
Once. But they were very humble people. And then I come along and I'm crazy as hell. You know, I wasn't that bad in high school. I wasn't that bad. I got to college, man. And I got a whole different perspective of the world. And then I got to fraternity and that fraternal life. And they were like, you guys don't act like Sigmas, y'all act like pews. I was like, boy, shut your mouth. You know, I was like, we're just different. We're not nerdy. But you know, we like that. I was with a group of guys, and most of the guys that pledged in my chapter went to all boys schools.
Wow.
So they were crazy. We see women, we go crazy. You know, I mean crazy. But we party, we travel. And that was another thing I got to do. I got to travel. I got to travel a lot, especially in my job, I had to travel.
Okay.
I used to work for CBS, and I used to have to travel to Philadelphia, Phoenix, San Diego. And I started to take this job in Texas. And work in Houston. And like right before I was supposed to give them my answer, my mother and my sister, we had a dinner. My mother and sister cried, man. They cried. They say Jesus wept. They cried. And I'm like, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
I couldn't do it.
When mama crying, that's a whole football game. Mama crying.
I'm like, then my father started crying. I'm like, oh man, that ain't fair.
That ain't fair.
But I'm sort of glad